And the U.S. market is closed today, and that could actually be a good thing because if Wall Street was open and they were panicking more, we may even see more volatility. Okay, but today, however, like I said, a lot of jobs still, most jobs are still open, or most companies, including the Fed president. So today, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Fed presidents or governors that will be speaking about the economy. Okay, this is what brought down everything because people are worried about the Fed fund rate, whether we're going to get more cuts, the economy, and so forth. So now it's like really, really important, and people are paying attention to everything that's being released. Yesterday we had the Fed minutes, and then we had FOMC meeting, and we had all these things happen. Well, no, we didn't have FOMC meeting. We had a jobs report earlier this week. That's what kind of like brought things down, right? Because Wall Street, they're very afraid. The traders, the funds, they're really afraid of less rate cuts this year. So right now, any good positive data is actually negative, and negative data is positive as long as it's not too negative. And all these Fed presidents, what they're saying is being looked upon and scrutinized. So that's kind of what started things, but we have a little bit more FUD that I covered yesterday, and that's this. The judge that was looking at this decided to okay it. So now the U.S. government, the Department of Justice specifically, is allowed to sell 69,000 Bitcoin, which is approximately $6.5 billion worth. So this is causing a little bit more FUD. Now, some people are looking at it and say, well, no, they already sold. No, they did not sell. Okay, this was just released yesterday. They did not sell already. So this is causing a little bit more FUD. And people are wondering, well, when are they going to sell it? What about the timing? Why is this being done weeks before the inauguration, especially when Trump says that he's going to take all the seized Bitcoin and put it into the reserve, right? So are they really going to dump it all 11 days before inauguration? That would be horrible, because that would mean the U.S. government or the U.S. will have to buy Bitcoin back when they don't need to. They already have this much. It would be a shame if the U.S. does what Germany did or is doing. Remember, Germany also had 30,000 Bitcoin, and they had to sell it all because of some archaic laws or whatever. But now Germany is saying that, well, we took a previous 3.1 billion loss because we had to sell, and now they're going to buy back. So it seems like Germany is also getting on board, and they're going to start buying Bitcoin and putting it into a reserve as well, right? So it would be a real shame if the U.S. actually did that. Hopefully not. Hopefully, even though this is approved, Department of Justice does not do anything, just sits on it, waits for 2 weeks, and then see what the new administration wants to do, which most likely is not to sell. But if this is to be sold immediately, 11 days before inauguration, it would be a real shame. Real shame. But the bright side is 69,000 Bitcoin, 6.5 billion does seem like a lot, especially if it's sold on the spot market, but most likely it's not. The thing is, this will be eaten up. Saylor himself has bought 200,000 Bitcoin within the last 2 months, right? So I am thinking there are a lot of people that are probably getting their dry powder ready, looking to buy if that's the case. President Bukele, he also made a tweet about this. Not that he has that much money to buy. Maybe he does. But he's like, I'm ready to buy America's Bitcoin at a discount. And so are many others. So even if the US government sells, there will be others looking to buy cheap Bitcoin, right? But the question is, are they going to sell? And that's causing more FUD. It came out yesterday, caused more FUD since yesterday. So now people are wondering, are we going to see more dumping because of it? You know, we just don't know. And yesterday, because of it, ETFs had a massive outflow day. I mean, it's not like we haven't seen it before, but even BlackRock, even their fund had outflow. It goes to show you that, yeah, Wall Street right now is a little panicked. A lot of investors are not very thrilled about the economy, about all the economic data, about Powell. And the Fed minutes also stated that, you know, the Fed governors and presidents are a little bit worried about inflation once again. And all these things are adding up, right? So yesterday we had a pretty decent outflow day, $570 million. Obviously not as good as the inflows from the days before. But yeah, you know, Wall Street tends to be very reactionary, just like retail investors. They look at the data. You think they would be more forward thinking, but no, sometimes they seem like they're just as reactive as retail investors. They see some bad news, they just dump it. They just do it. And it's not just Bitcoin, it's a broader market, tech in particular. Risk on assets are being dumped left and right. But like I said, unfortunately, the ones that do, kind of like Germany, and hopefully not the US, they will end up regretting it and buying back later at a higher price. That's not what you want to do, right? Even Germany as a country is feeling the pain, right, of doing that. Why did they have to sell? If they didn't sell, first of all, they would not have incurred a $3 billion loss. And second of all, they wouldn't have to buy back at a higher price. We know Bitcoin is going to recover. We know that it goes through a lot of these volatile times. 92,000 seems like it's bad, but hey, it's not like we haven't seen this level before. We saw it just, end of December and plenty of times in December. So it's a level that we have seen before recently, not a level that we haven't seen in a long, long time. In fact, if you are a chartist and you're looking at this will be a really good time to be loading up. This is one of the temporary bottoms that we have, oversold level that Bitcoin tends to bounce off of. But you don't want to be panic selling and then regretting it and buying back at a higher price.